Hey guys, it's MMOHut here for MMOHut.com, and today we're going to do a first impression gameplay video for 7 Souls Online, a 3D MMORPG published by New Wiz Games. I'll spend about 15-20 minutes or so. I'll check the game out, I'll make some comments. If you guys want to learn more about 7 Souls Online, or you just want to read the full review, you can check out the link below at MMOHut.com. Now I should say this game already has been out before under a name called Martial Empires. That was under Gamigo, but recently New Wiz Games did acquire the rights to publish it strictly in the NA, basically meaning that the servers are over here on the west coast, or not west coast, but the western continent, and no longer US players no longer need to connect to European servers. But overall, the game is the same game as Martial Empires. There isn't really anything else different so far, but we'll see how the game checks out. So here I'm on the character creation screen. The classes are gender locked, unfortunately. So as you can see here, the 2 male classes are the Manta Rebel. It is the Imperial Guard and the Manatech Rebel. Those classes aren't what I expected, but they're basically like a scythe class as well as a warrior class. And then you have the female class here, which is the Avenger, who can use different weapons as well. Now, one thing I should mention is that you have your specializations here, which is basically the weapon type that you choose to actually use. That's actually really cool looking, those double little blades. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Kingdom Hearts, if you know the character I'm talking about. But there's also a option for a 4th class. Now, in the original game, Martial Empires, the 4th class wasn't available, and neither does it seem to be available yet in 7 Souls Online. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chakram weapon and the Manatech Rebel. So let's go ahead and click next here. Now there is some customization for things like the outfit color, eye color, skin color, hair color. But you can just, click around these to change these. That kind of looks like Justin Bieber a little bit. His hair swashed like that. Let's see if we can actually change what it looks like here. Make him really tall. Can you make his head? This is, okay, figure. For some reason I thought I clicked head. Make his head really tiny. Or you can make it giant. Let's go with a giant head, like this giant Justin Bieber. And you make his arms really long. So there's a lot of customization options and exactly what you want him to look like. I'm just gonna, move these around here until I get something that only a mother could love. Alright there. So this is our character here. And you can change the facial details as well. Eye sizes, you can change all of this. And really a lot of customization. I'm just gonna random this right now. And no more Justin Bieber. Let's see here. Alright, let's go with just that. So we're going to click done here. And as you can see, there's also a level 20 on this account. This was given to us by the publishers, but I figured I'd show a little higher level content later when I understood the game more. So let's go ahead and click my level 1 character here and start game. And this really cool. It actually has a pretty awesome loading screen, or rather start screen. He does a little animation before actually continuing on to the loading screen here. Upon logging in the game, you can press escape to adjust the graphic options. Really, you can use escape? Who would have thought? Alright, so speak to Chief Gihon in Golden Pier Village. We need to speak to him, and we get all this goodness. So, I don't know what this is, but it looks like we get a roll of the dice, as well as some walking points, along with gold and experience. I'm already getting 147 gold. That is a lot of gold to get right off the bat. Usually they give you like silver and stuff like that. So alright, I'm going to go to exit here. And the red quest does denote that I need to talk to this player. Now, what's interesting is that it puts this in the middle of the screen, which is like your latency. And I have to move that over here to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and run to this guy here. And Ilim Trading Company, Kreese. His name is Kreese, the Babylonian. Hey, a fellow Babylonian. You don't look like one of us traders from Trading Company, though. We travel between west and east to deliver trade goods. You look like you're new to this area. A lot of danger has been corrupting the area. Alright, let's complete this quest. Babylonian 2. Now, what do we got to do in Babylonian 2? Speak to Aaron. I got a report, apparently. So I need to speak to Aaron here. If you know, if you'd like to know the rest, you can find him at Golden Pier. Alright, so let's click that. Now, these topo guys, if I run up to these guys here, they actually do look at me, and I believe they start dancing for me. Yep. So as you can see, these do start dancing for me, which kind of reminds me of the little things in Ragnarok Online. Just kind of little immersion things that are nice touches to the game. These topos here running around just kind of chasing me, as you can see. Alright, so I do need to go to the Balmont. I need to speak to him, and I also need to report. So can I also click this to go direct to the guy? It does not look like there is an auto feature, at least from clicking on the menu. But let's see, I'm just going to go down here, and I believe I can find the guy that I need to go to. Oh look, it actually provides you with a little, so it actually provides you with a way to track exactly where you need to go. That way, if you're kind of confused and you don't see it on the map, you can just follow these lines down here below. Now I have one skill so far, which is Lightning Rush, which is rapidly assault the enemy, increasing your attack by 10 for 8 seconds. So already a nice little skill there to increase my attack damage. I like it. So this game here has been out for a few years under Martial Empires and was well received back then. I know it's at least 2 or 3 years old, but the graphics aren't, you know, incredible, but they definitely have some nice aspects to them. And for those with older computers, it'll be much easier to run these as well. Plus, I like the fact that they, you know, have a little more unique starting weapons, you know, like a scythe and these double blades. Typically, people start with just like a rusty mace or something like that. So let's see here. I need to hunt topos. So now I gotta go hunt those things that I was just being followed by, which is funny. They just want to dance for me. I don't know why they want to. Like, current activity point, monster reward weight, monsters reward character experience gold item, drop chance jackpot. So there's also this jackpot thing. When I click this here, I'm able to, if I want virtual money, experience item, or a buff. So let's say I want experience. I click that, and then I hit the down, and then runs this jackpot thing. So it is cool that once in a while you are able to use this jackpot feature, which would give you an increase in experience. So I did just get 10 experience as my jackpot bonus, which, you know, wasn't very much, but I'll take it. So now the actual quest monsters are marked with a exclamation above them, which is a nice little feature. You know, that way you know exactly which monsters you need to attack versus which ones you don't. And I'm going to come up to this guy and just hit my 1 key and use my special ability. Look at those numbers displaying. So you actually get bonuses and experience if you continually chain abilities or chain attacks, I believe. So if I do this, I should also go back up to 1. So it looks like 1 right now is the max, but I can continuously attack these guys here and keep my bonuses going. But it does look like I actually have to use my abilities in order to keep it going, either using your abilities or killing the monster. Let's see. So let's see if I just kill him. Yeah, so it does look like if I actually kill him or keep the combo going, then it will keep that up. I'm just going to... I can't attack this. Oh, it looks like I can't attack that Cursed Barb statue, even though I can assault it. It doesn't do any damage to it. Oh, I'm going to lose my bonus. No! Back up to 1 bonus. So it looks like the higher the combo bonus we go, the more experience bonus we get, which does encourage people to, like, say, like, grind mobs, just keep that experience going, or just constantly be attacking stuff. So I have now hunted those topos, and I can go back. So I'm going to run back here. So the game does have pretty stylized attack bonuses, as well as those combos and the numbers that flash up on the screen, which does encourage people to, you know, continuously chain their abilities, as well as, you know, you always want to look and see cool abilities when you're fighting. Let's see here. Let's go to this guy, Aeron, and complete the Babylonian quest. Complete. Now we're on to Babylonian 3. Deliver the letter to Chief Gihon. Alright, so we got to deliver this letter here. Now I also need to hunt the go to the hunter Furno. Alright. And this right here looks like a bonus in my level, perhaps. There's my level experience down here, but I'm not quite sure what this is. The rage gauge is full. Click to unlock the rage model. So yeah, so when you actually unlock your rage model, you actually gain the ability to turn into a different kind of like monster, which gives you additional attack power, allowing you to do more damage to your enemies. So it's a nice little thing that once you actually chain that up a little, you'll be able to use additional attack power, as well as look pretty cool. See if I can zoom in here. You see I'm kind of black. I have these wings on me, and that's available at level 1. You don't actually have to unlock that at later levels. Alright, so Gnawing Hunger, I obtained Topo's Pumpkin Flower, and I also need to Big Bad Boar, which is Hunt Boars, Bring Drop Pack. So the quests themselves so far are pretty standard. You know, go kill this, go collect that, drop rate quests, etc. There aren't exactly like crazy quests, but just like Martial Empires, later in the game there are quite a few different style quests, mostly like laying, you know, ghosts to rest, etc. So, you know, there are typical grind MMO quests here, which, you know, shouldn't be surprising as this game has been out for a little bit and doesn't necessarily, you know, bring anything new to the table. I'm going to go here and kill these boards here. I'm at a 7 combo. Can I make this up to 20 combo? Oh, wow. He did 132. But, you know, I do seem to have quite a lot of HP. I mean, I'm only level 2 and I have 1913 HP. Typically, people... Wow, I just kicked that board so far back. Typically, people only have, you know, about 200, 300 HP, rather, when they actually level. Now, am I hitting both of these or just one? Just one, unfortunately. It does look like kind of an AoE tech, but it's only one. Gonna keep my just kicking those guys back. What's also nice, it looks like, you know, you can actually gain the experience and the items. It automatically comes to you. You don't actually have to go ahead and pick them up from the looks of it, which is a nice feature. And a lot of people, I never understood really why he's gonna charge me, stun me. There's a little, it looks like there's a little cast bar above his head, so he did stun me even though he was right next to me. He didn't actually charge me like 2 inches or something like that. But one thing I never really understood is why you have to always pick up items in MMOs, you know, from dead loots, corpses, etc. It just seemed like an unnecessary addition of gameplay that you didn't, you know, I didn't need to right click other than instantly being shown the item, you know, kind of like suspense. So let's go kill these boars over here. I need 1 pumpkin flowers and 2 more boars. So we'll look at exactly what I need as far as pumpkin flowers, because I thought I was just going to have to kill them, but I didn't read the quest fully, so we'll find out here. Can I ask one more favor? My daughter needs to eat healthy. She only gets to eat potatoes. If you can Ezra Palace or Herb Garden, you will find Topo Flower Eater. So I need to go to the Herb Garden to get this. So let's see, I need to kill 1 more of these boars. I also need to hunt one-eyed. So at least the, you know, the actual kill quests are a little bit more diverse. I'm not killing just boars over and over again. I mean, I am killing boars over and over again. But I mean, there are different types of mobs that you do have to kill. Because I never really like when you have to kill a bunch of boars and then you go and turn it back and then you go back and kill more boars. It just seemed like it was a little bit excessive. Alright, so let's see if I can actually track this. So I did click this. Will this take me? I'm looking for the line. I don't see the line yet. What about if I click hunt one-eyed? Do I see that? I was wanting to know if it was actually based off of the one-eyed. Okay, so if you actually pull up your mini map by hitting M, you can actually see where the quest monster is, and then it will start tracking it to you. Perhaps it just would take a little bit of time. But down here as well, you have the Chronicle of Souls, which allows you to combine enchantments as well as gear, and to create new items, new skills, etc. And as you can see, it shows you how rare it is, and if it's unique, and how many you actually got. So these are one-eyed boars. These are much bigger boars than normal. They're not just normal boars, they're one-eyed. So they lose their eye and then they instantly gain a ton of weight because they can't actually see around. Alright, so let's go kill a one-eyed boar then. And let's go ahead and use my rage mode here. And it looks like there's still some Chinese text in here, which is kind of cool. I always think that when they leave Chinese text in the game, it's pretty awesome looking just because it gives them a nice flair, something different to look at. And it's not just necessarily English text. It kind of gives it, you know, if it embraces its, you know, foreign heritage with text and style of combat, then it makes it more enjoyable. Because there's a lot of games that, you know, just have typical combat text, you know, just kind of goes above the screen. And by embracing this kind of action style where, you know, you have flying text, it's always just, whoa, looks like my camera just like flew up in the air for a second. It's kind of nice to see that. Alright, so if I click character here, I can go to my quest journal, be able to view that. I can also click this and go directly to my skills, which as you can see, you have different skill points here. I have 2 skill points, it looks like, and I can use this to guarantee myself any of these tier 1 abilities. There's also the scythe and the sword trees, but those are for different weapon types. So right now I only have the chakram, so I'm only going to be using skill points in the chakram tree because there's no real point to put them in here because I'm not actually using swords. Let's see here. So I can click this to get a swift attack, which reduces the target's defense, striking an enemy's weak point, reducing the defense by 3, or I can attack an enemy, reducing its critical rate by 3. So I'm going to reduce its defense. And can I unlock to the next level? I cannot, but I can bring this down here and drop this down there below. So I'm going to unlock my base 3 abilities here so that I'm able to use all 3 of them at the same time. Alright, so Chief Gihon, I'm going to click on you, and I'm going to click the one-eyed as well as Babylonian. Alrighty here, so let's see, now we're on to Suspicious Fighters. So defeat mysterious assassins. Let's see here, I need to go defeat some mysterious assassins, and I'll get some XP gold as well as my other points as well. And endless errands. That's kind of ironic, right? I'm being put on all these endless errands, and it kind of gives me a quest talking about that. Imperial officer is looking for you, but I don't know where he's gone. Why have you speak to Lady Sang-hun? She might have received a message from the officer. Alright, so I need to go speak to her to find the other dude. I don't understand why these people just cannot find each other all the time. They're like, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, I need you to find this person, but I really don't know where he is. So I'm going to have to ask you to find some other person so he can tell you. And what's this? A teleportation pylon. What happens if I click this? Looks like you can move to a different location. So this is basically just like your flight point, or, you know, basically your travel point, so you can actually teleport to a different area once you unlock it. So this is my current activity reward, as well as find a party. I can also register myself to look for a party, which is a really nice feature to have. That way you're not always constantly, typing, looking for someone in text, etc. It's always nice to have the ability to party up with friends or just other people if you want to quest together or just do hard instances together, etc. So it looks like the longer you play here, the more activity reward you get, which is those running things, which give you bonuses, like in this case, monster reward rate 110% for jackpots, as well as experience and gold, etc. So I do need to kill these flower eaters. So let's try out my new ability. So this one actually will reduce the defense, do a lot of damage here, and then I can use this one here, which looks like a kick. So it looks like almost all my abilities kick my opponent out, which is pretty cool. Or that just may be a finishing move once I actually kill the opponent. So do some nice damage there, and bam, 343. He just exploded. So it's just really cool, like the actual monsters explode or they get dismembered, which is a nice little touch there. A little bit more, just they don't just fall over if you do like a giant attack to them. They actually explode, which is pretty cool looking. Alright, so I need to get a dropped pack, it looks like. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to inspect this pack by right clicking on it, and I'm collecting the drop pack. So let's see. This will rapidly assault my enemy, increasing your attack by 10. So it's good to do that first before you actually change your abilities. That way you get the most damage possible out of them. Go click and collect another drop pack here. And I have to say that while the graphics may not be top notch, there is a definitive style in the game. It does have its own unique style. As well as having, at least clear objectives. The screen isn't muddled, everything's very clean, easy to see. It's easy to see what you need to do, and it's easy to see what these guys are just following me now, dancing in front of me. It's very difficult to get lost in this game because of the features that it gives you in order to be, most effective in your questing. Because there's a lot of games that it just doesn't tell you where to go. You're kind of just stuck exploring online, trying to find out exactly what you have to do. Let's see, this non-hero chain. Okay, I now have to deliver this back, and I also need to defeat mysterious assassins. Alrighty here. So where do I go to defeat these mysterious assassins? Looks like it's right over here. So one nice thing is I can actually overlay the map by hitting the combo key, so I can see it while I run. I don't actually have to block my screen with that. There's my system things, which is the crafting. This does have a very in-depth crafting system in it. It's one of the things that probably is best about the MMO is the ability to craft, as well as use a cube interface, which allows you to dismantle items and combine items to create new items. You can also copy items as well. So here's one thing: you do have the ability to instantly swap out for your scythe or for your gladius, which is your sword. And what is this? 10% damage to all topo creatures. This is pretty cool. So I can actually do more damage to them by putting this on, and I've now equipped it. Hierarchum Spunkify. Hello, Omer. I'm not Omer. My name is Spunkify. Why you call me Omer? Let's see if I can say, bro, I'm Skunk. Sad face. Sad face. I always get, even when I'm playing on Spunkify, people are like, oh, Omer. Or they give shoutouts to Omer. He's going on. Roxy's going off now. Alright, now I need to defeat these mysterious assassins. I'm going to come down here. So it looks like we're almost up to level 3 of the rage. The hurt monsters to increase your rage gauge. So I wonder if when it gets up to higher, it just lasts longer, the longer you haven't used it, or if it in fact gives you extra damage. That's one thing I'd like to know. Is there a hotkey to use this? Nope, just looks like we have to click it, unfortunately. Now over here we also have meditation, which recovers a small amount of HP, MP, and SP. And I can also return to the Palace Gardens, much like a teleportation scroll or a homecoming scroll. Let's see, we have a community as well, which is the guild mail and community, and my inventory system. So you don't actually have to start with these weapons, and that doesn't actually define your class fully. You can actually just, swap with the weapon and instantly go for something different. And you don't actually have to choose down that one tier tree to start with. You can go down the other ones, depending on the weapon type. Alright, so where are these mysterious guys? I haven't been paying attention. They should be here. Oh, so they're out there. Okay, so what it did was it actually showed me where to turn in the quest, and then it showed me where I had to go for the assassins. So we'll go and kill the assassins here, and then we'll probably finish it up. So let's come up here and find party. So So I have to say that the abilities are very responsive. The combat is extremely responsive. I'm just unsure how many people will actually end up playing 7 Souls Online. In fact, if they've already been playing Martial Empires, the game doesn't seem that much different. They haven't introduced the other class, and they also haven't really introduced anything new other than localizing it or bringing it to the US side for US servers. And even then, I know I have a good connection here, and my latency is 187, which is a little bit indicative of, you know, having a server either on the East Coast because I'm on West Side. Whoa, these guys are like all over me. Alright, see if I can kill these guys. I need to concentrate just a bit. Use my one ability here. Do a lot of damage to that guy. I did get one of them. These guys just all aggroed on me at once, which is not good because they can do a lot of damage. Alright, let's do some defense here. Now, one thing I don't like is I would much rather prefer their actual experience bars, or rather the HP bars, to be up here and not down below. It's really hard to see sometimes because I get mine confused with theirs, as well as, you know, having this one up top. Now, if there is some maybe UI customization options, I would be able to actually. That's kind of cool. I can swing my ability as I move, so I don't actually have to stay put rather to do it. And that guy kind of a little bit of a delayed die, but he did die. So what I was gonna say was I'd much rather their HP bars float up above. That way you can see it better, and you don't actually have to kind of squint to figure out how much damage you're doing to that guy. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and turn in this quest over here. So yeah, I have to say that, you know, you could play Martial Empires in English before, when it was called Martial Empires English. So I'm not sure how many people would switch from playing the original Martial Empires to playing this. Due to the fact that the latency difference isn't that much, I can only assume going a little bit higher latency if you were to move, or if you were to play on the Gamigo servers, which were situated in Europe. But, you know, this may be an opportunity for the NeoWiz to actually find new players who haven't tried the game out before. And it isn't necessarily a bad game, it's just slightly old. So, alright, suspicious fighters here. We're going to complete this quest. And now we can try the jackpot again. So let's try the jackpot one more time for the end of the roll. And this time we'll get it for an item. So let's pull this here. See if we get an item or experience. What's going to happen? Oh, so you can actually choose all of them or you can choose one of them. So I did get experience this time here. So I gained a little bit extra experience. Not quite near the end of the level. And I have to say, you know, typically in MMOs at this point, after doing 5-6 quests, you would be set to level up again. And it looks like we're getting close to here. So the experience rate is actually, I'd say, a little bit slow, even for low levels. Because in other MMOs we've tried, you know, we've gotten up to like level 6, 7 of this early. So I have to say either the experience rate is average, if not a little bit low for at least early level levels. I can only imagine how much, you know, more it will require at higher levels. But anyways, guys, this is Spunkify. If you always want to learn more about 7 Souls Online, or if you just want to read the full review, do check out the link below at MMOHut.com. Spunkify out. Later.